Today, I'm taking you book shopping with me in Sydney. I'm taking you to two of my most frequently visited bookstores in Sydney, which are Kinokuniya and Dymocks. So without further ado, let's go book shopping! I love the illustrated versions of the new Witcher books. so much for hanging out with me and coming book shopping with me today. Let's do a little book haul of all the books that I've purchased. The first book I got is Nettle and Bone by T.K. Kingfisher. So this is a fantasy I've heard a lot about. It's quite a short read. It's about 300 pages. Let's read the synopsis together. After years of seeing her sisters suffer at the hands of an abusive prince, Mara, the shy, convent-raised, third-born daughter, has finally realized that no one is coming to their rescue. No one except for Mara herself. Seeking help from a powerful grave witch, Mara is offered the tools to kill a prince if she can complete 3 impossible tasks. But as is the way in tales of princes, witches and daughters, the impossible is only the beginning. Ooh, intriguing. On her quest, Mara is joined by the Grave Witch, a reluctant fairy godmother, a strapping former knight, and a chicken possessed by a demon. Interesting. Together, the 5 of them intend to be the hand that closes around the throat of the prince and frees Mara's family and their kingdom from its tyrannous ruler at last. Okay, so the main girl is the hero and she saves her sister. She's on a quest and she has 3 impossible tasks. That sounds like an awesome read. I love books that have quests, fun, family tropes, and lots of magic. So this sounds awesome and I can't wait to tell you my thoughts when I've done reading it. Another fantasy read. I've heard amazing things about this one as well. This is a very cozy book, a cozy read. When I first saw this book, I thought it would have illustrations and pictures about whimsical creatures, but it's actually a novel. It is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And the back reads, Emily Wilde is good at many things. She is the foremost expert on the study of fairies. She is a genius scholar and a meticulous researcher who is writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairy lore. But Emily Wilde is not good at people. So when she arrives in their hardscrabble village of Hransvik, Emily has no intention of befriending the gruff townsfolk, nor does she care to spend time with another new arrival, her dashing and insufferably handsome academic rival, Wendell Bambley. But as Emily gets closer to uncovering the secrets of the Hidden Ones, the most elusive of all fairies, she also finds herself on the trail of another mystery. Who is Wendell Bambley and what does he really want? To find the answer, she'll have to unlock the greatest mystery of all, her own heart. So that sounds cozy, that sounds really cute, that sounds like a great time. Encyclopedia of Fairies. The next 2 books I got is actually manga. So I haven't read manga since years ago when I was in high school, and I don't know why, but I stopped reading them, and I recently went to Japan and I got inspired to read manga again. So when I was there, I was looking for something that would catch my eye. I've heard really good things about this manga. This is Nana. So it's about 2 women, I believe. The back reads, Nana Komatsu is a young woman who's endured an unending string of boyfriend problems. Moving to Tokyo, she's hoping to take control of her life and put all those messy misadventures behind her. She's looking for love and she's hoping to find it in the big city. Nana Osaki, so they're both called Nana, on the other hand is cool, confident and focused. She swaggers into town and proceeds to kick down the doors to Tokyo's underground punk scene. She's got a dream and won't give up until she becomes Japan's #1 rock and roll superstar. This is the story of 2 20-year-old women who share the same name. Even though they come from completely different backgrounds, they somewhat meet and become best friends. And mangas are so easy to read, they're so quick and fun. So finally getting back into reading them, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. The next manga I got, I'm actually really disappointed because I got volume 2 instead of 1. So A Sign of Affection, I just thought that it looked so cute. I love the illustrations. I had a quick look through without trying to get any spoilers, of course. It looked like something I would like reading, so this is part 2 unfortunately. So I'm gonna go back and grab part 1 so that I can read this one too. So that is A Sign of Affection. I'm sure this book is no stranger to you all, but people that love reading romance, I've heard so much about this one. This is Addicted to You. by Krista and Becca Ritchie. The synopsis is, no one would suspect shy Lily Calloway's biggest secret. While everyone is dancing at college bars, Lily stays in the bathroom to get laid. Her compulsion leads her to one-night stands, steamy hookups, and events she shamefully regrets. The only person who knows her secret happens to have one of his own. Lauren Hale's best friend is his bottle of bourbon. Lily comes a close second. For 3 years, they've pretended to be in a real relationship, hiding their addictions from their families. They've mastered the art of concealing flasks and random guys who filter in and out of their apartment. But as they sink beneath the weight of their addictions, they cling harder to their destructive relationship and wonder if a life together for real is better than a lie. Strangers and family begin to infiltrate their guarded lives, and with new challenges, they realize they may not be addicted to just alcohol and sex. The real vice may be each other. Well, I've heard amazing things about the characters in this book, and I wonder what their story is and where their addiction stems from. So I'm very excited to read this one. I might have purchased a few more books than I had intended to. The next one I have here is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I went on Goodreads and I saw some quotes from this book and I was floored. I was so intrigued to read the book and find out the story of these two characters. They're both writers, which is also something that I can relate to. The back reads, Eva Mercy and Shane Hall meet at a literary event in New York, sparks fly. What no one knows is that 15 years earlier, teenage Eva and Shane spent 1 week together madly in love. While they may pretend to be strangers, they can't deny their chemistry. Over the next 7 days, amidst a steamy Brooklyn summer, Eva and Shane reconnect. But Eva is wary of the man who broke her heart and wants Shane out of the city so her life can return to normal. Before he disappears though, she needs a few questions answered. Looking forward to reading it and finding out about the two characters. I have with me a memoir. This is called Thin Places. That's what the cover looks like. It was recommended by Kerry from Kerry Can Read. It's about the main character's life growing up in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, when one of her parents was Catholic and one of them was Protestant, and how that wasn't accepted by their families and by their society. So the back reads, Kerry was born in Derry at the very height of the Troubles. One parent was Catholic, the other Protestant. In the space of a year, Kerry's family were forced out of 2 homes, and when she was 11, a homemade petrol bomb was thrown through her bedroom window. Kerry asks us to reclaim and rejoice in our landscape, and to remember that the land we fight over is much more than lines on a map. I love that. Much more than lines on a map. I agree. So I'm looking forward to reading her childhood and how she grew up, and I'll tell you about it in my next video. And this here is my little baby. His name's Jax. Aren't you a good boy? You're a good boy, aren't you? Yes. He loves to munch on my books, so I don't leave him here by himself. Naughty. You like to eat my books. The last book from my book haul is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. I think it's important to check the trigger warnings before reading this book. From what I've heard, it is about a tragic event that occurs in a young girl's life and how she changes and how she deals with that in her everyday life. So this is about a girl called Eden, and all Eden wants to do is rewind the clock to live that day again. She would do everything differently, not laugh at his jokes or ignore the way he was looking at her that night. And she would definitely lock her bedroom door. But Eden can't turn back time, so she buries the truth along with the girl she used to be. She pretends she doesn't need friends, doesn't need love, doesn't need justice. But as her world unravels, one thing becomes clear. The only person that can save Eden is Eden. So that sounds like a book that has a strong female protagonist, a book that has difficult themes as well, and I'm looking forward to reading this one too. So that is the end of my book haul and my book shopping vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe, like, comment. I would love to know the books that you've recently purchased. I would love to know what you're currently reading and what your recommendations are. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!